I've been better off just getting that motherfucking $10,000 and putting it on. That's not how we do. I count. You fucking got it, dude. Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Girls in the Peach capital of the state, baby. Oh, me. Go on there. What's up, Elko? What's up, Elko? Cars in the cut, Gary, Carolina Big. I would say, your boy tired, but I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy when they say, man, I'm tired. Man, everybody's fucking tired. Woo. So boys and girls, lady. What's up, Gray Wolf? What's up, T-Bone? Everybody fucking tired. But you know what? Everybody ain't doing this. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Neighborhood watch. Look here, boys. Let me turn it. Look. Hogan Heroes. Hogan Heroes. Let me turn the volume down. I don't want to get copyrighted. All right, boys and girls. Let me show you what I got going on. Hope everybody's doing lovely. Hope everybody's doing lovely. It's already getting dark 30. I tell you what. I told my son I'm gonna have his damn machine. I told my son I'm gonna have his damn machine wore out, but before he gets done doing what he needs to do. It's funny because Cars said we're gonna be fighting on who's using it. So I'm hoping that this is gonna work. All right, so what's up, Double Up? See, Double Up Customs put a homework assignment out there, but before Double Up Customs fly said, if y'all want to see what I'm doing on, look at these numbers on the block. I'd already zoomed in on the numbers on the block and wrote it down before he even gave the assignment. And nobody even followed the assignment to figure out what he was doing, but I did. Hey, we already been in hunting season, and daggone Square Body done tagged out. Yeah, done tagged out. Well, good luck. Good luck, Double Up. Good luck. All right, so let me show you what I did, boys and girls. Look at her. So let me show you what I did. I was trying to figure out how I was going to make this gauge pod, temporary gauge pod holder for these air ride gauges, and something rigid enough to hold it, plus he's got his vintage air controller coming. And then he's also ordered some USB plugs. So I'm going to put them somewhere, but I don't know where I'm going to put them at. So we're not going to cut no holes yet. But what I come up with, hold on a second. Hold on. What's up, preacher man? What's up, preacher man? How you doing? What's up, Angie? What's up, Gary? What's up, Square Body? So I got the radio in, boys and girls. I got it in. I got the radio in. I got the brace on the back. The radio comes on, but the antenna don't pick up here in the shop. So the radio's on. Hold on a second. Radio's on. So we barely can get Rock 92. Barely get Rock 92. That's one speaker in the dash, and that's that speaker right there. Now, he's ordered 2 more 6x9s, and I've already pulled the wires, so all I got to do is just cut the holes and put the 2 6x9s there. I got the seat belts installed. I got his seat belts installed here. I already got his seat belts installed here for the driver and the passenger side. I got all that done. And so the radio's in. It's done. Got that done. Yeah. So this gauge cluster right here, I got to be able to put, it's got 4 holes, right? So what I was thinking about doing is just making a bracket, folding it and breaking it, right? Just making like a little console face. And I made the bottom part 6 inches wide to actually set like right there. So that's what I'm thinking, like right there. And then I got it where I can fold it on the corners and bring it down and then weld it on the corners. But I give it enough footprint on the bottom where I can run some screws to hold it right there. Also, I found this, but it's not big enough. It's not big enough for that. So yeah. Don't put it out there. Don't put it out there, Fly. If you don't want nobody to see it, you better not put it out there, because I'm looking. I be looking at all kinds of shit. I be looking at the shit on the wall. I be looking at all of it. Between JG, Fly, and y'all pay attention. Yeah, you better bet your sweet ass I'm looking around, seeing what's going on. Now, so I don't know, but that's good stuff though. That's good stuff. So I don't know if this is going to work. Like I said, I really don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see how this works out. What's up, Tulu? What's up, Gary? What's up, Sandra? So we're going to cut this piece out. And like I said, while this is pulling up, so pull up the G codes, 0 all axis, set program origin. So let me go over here and show you. So whenever the gauges get here for the air conditioner, they have a template where I can lay out, and then I can just drill the 3 holes for the knobs. And then he's ordered 2 USB things where I can put them in there so you can plug your phone up. So I didn't want to cut no holes because I didn't know where they're going to go. So it ain't nothing we can't do with a little step bit. But this right here is going to be the backbone. So I'm hoping this works. So let's get after it. Let's go. All right, so I'm hoping that this works out. If it don't work out, then we'll just have to start over. If this don't work out, so let's clean this up a little bit. Let's clean this up a little bit, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all remember the rules. No religion, no politics. You start doing religion and politics, everybody with the blue wrenches will pack up your Uber and send you packing. I don't know where my ears are. So what we're going to do, is we're going to bend the bottom, and then let's see. We'll bend the top. We don't want to mess this up. So if we bend the bottom and bend the top, then we can bend the edges. So we need to do the bottom and the top. Yeah, the bottom and the top. And then we definitely don't want to have a repeat from the other day, bending it the wrong way. That's for sure. So we're going to bend the bottom and the top. And then we're going to bend the sides. It's like building origami. Appreciate that, Gary. Yeah, no politics, no religion, man. All right. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bend, and we're going to make a box. Now, before we get too crazy, let's see if y'all just hang tight. Let's see if this thing actually fits. know what I should have done? I should have radiused these corners like a 2-inch gauge, so it would have been radiused instead of a square. After oh, my crap, my bad. So what I should have done is, now I'm thinking about it, I should have made this a 2-inch radius to radius around the gauges is what I should have done. Can you hear me now? Okay. What's up, Impala? What's up, Moonchild? What's up, Nymphus? Like I said, we're going to go ahead and build it anyway. We're going to go ahead and do it. But I should have radiused this corner. And we'll probably throw this away. Let's just bend this one and see if it works. And if it works, then I'll change the design and I'll make it where when this goes in there, this is radiused to radius around that. But let's go ahead and bend it. Let's go ahead and bend it, boys and girls, and let's see where we're at. Like I said, let's go ahead and bend it. Let's just see what we got going on. We're just making this gauge holder. We don't even know if we're going to keep it, honestly. That's the cool thing about fabrication. Once you do something, it might not work out, and throw it in the trash. So now we've done this. Now we're going to bend these sides. We're probably going to change it, make it radius. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like, ah, shit. It's like, damn it, man. So that's all right though. It's okay. It's all right. So we're gonna give this a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, yeah. Seam is always wild, man. It's always wild. If you've never been to SEMA, man, you need to go at least once in your life. At least once. At least once in your life. All right, let's bend this bottom one just a little bit more. We're gonna bend this. We're gonna bend this part a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Everybody needs a piece of railroad iron. Oh yeah, I can get it in there. That's what she said. You can get it in there. Oh yeah, I can get it in there. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, if you ain't never been to SEMA, man, you have no idea. You have no idea. So he just wants to build something temporary. So I believe that'll work. I believe that'll work. Cause everybody needs to go to SEMA once in a while. I could have probably. I guess when the carpet gets in it, it's going to be a little bit fuller right there. I couldn't make this no narrow, because if I made this narrow, I'd have to make that wider at the top. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's sit back here. Let's sit back here and think about it. Let's sit back here and think about it. See, that'd be enough room. Let me think. I really don't. Well, I mean, if you look at the boxy of it, like the hole is boxed. You got the radio is boxed. See, this is what I look at. This is what I look at. So the hole for the gauges is rectangular. Well, you got the vents, they're rectangular. The radio's rectangular. The glove box is rectangular, right? So you got all these rectangular shapes, all right? So you got the rectangle shapes on the door panel. So you got rectangle, 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 rectangle. You don't, unconsciously, you don't see it, but it's there. So I see it. So I visualize, I was like, okay, does it flow well together with everything else in the car? Does it look out of place? Well, it does look out of place because it's not covered. But if I can find some of this carpet or some headliner material, I'll cover it, or I'll go back to Hobby Lobby and get some black vinyl and I'll cover it in black vinyl so you won't be able to see it. So So if I radius the corners on the ends of that square, that rectangular in the box, it will follow the profile of the gauges, which it's a rectangular piece, but it'll be profiled around it. So I could just redraw it, just radius the corners 1 inch radius, that will, or 2 inch radius, and that will radius it around it, and then we can go from there. And then I can just cock that up as, hey, lesson learned. I just think it will flow better if it's radiused on the corners of the rectangle. I don't have a lot of time in that, not much. And then just throw it in the bone pile. But the hole is a rectangle. You got rectangle for the radio face, rectangle for the vents, rectangulars on the daggone door panels. So, well, that being said, I don't know. So, what do y'all think? Y'all think I should, what's up, Nathan? Y'all think I should redraw it and radius the corners? You think I should radius the corners or leave it like it is? I'm not going to be on here long. What's up, Nathan? What do y'all think? No, he don't have a console. He don't have a console, Mac. And if he did have a console, yeah, all right. So this shifter fly is a Lacar shifter, and it'll work with a 700R, a 4L60, and a 4L80. Now I know they make them for Fords too, but it's a 4-speed automatic. Yep, and there's the neutral safety switch right there. Radius the corners. And what I'm talking about, radius in the corners, this is what I'm talking about. You see how the gauges, y'all see the gauge, panel? It's a rectangular, but the gauges are on the corner, so they're radius. So what I'm talking about, radius in the corners, I'm talking about redoing it and radius in these corners where it's not so boxy. And just radius it around. Because you got the rectangle. You see what I'm saying? Let's just do it. Let's just goddamn do it. Let's go in here and edit the drawing. Hell, let's don't talk about it. Let's don't talk about it. Let's be about it. Ain't that what Bill says? Don't talk about it, be about it. Just be about it. So if I can remember how to go back and I think those are 2-inch gauges. Ain't those 2-inch gauges? I believe they are. Well, I guess it's safe to say 2 3/16. I guess it's safe to say oh yeah, I was cleaning up my phone. All right, so if it's 2 inch, if it's a 2 and all right, we gotta do a little bit of math. So hold on a second, we gotta do a little bit of math. So it's a 2 inch circle. Y'all remember school? It's 2 3/16 on the outside. So we're just gonna say 2 1/4. That's the circle. So we need to do pi radius square. So we need half of that. So half of that will be 1 1/8. Yeah. So we need to do 1 1/8 radius is what we need to do. We need to do 1 1/8. So that's an inch and that's an inch and a quarter radius. So we do 1 1/4 radius. 1.25. So you could do it that way, but then you got to trim the lines. So this is what we're going to do. I don't like the way that is because I just don't like it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to back up. We're going to go to construction lines because I don't like that because I just don't like it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go right here. We're going to do a construction line. We'll do a construction line and we're going to go 1.25, right? Okay. And then, oh shit. Construction line, stupid. So we're going to do a construction line, 1.25, or excuse me. Hold on a second. I think I did something. 1.125. That's what I did wrong. There we go. 1 1/8 radius. I knew something wasn't right. Yeah. I went 1.25. I went 1 1/4. I was trying to read the comments and work, and it's not an excuse. All right. 1.125. Bam. All right. And now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. 1.125. See, it still does that right there, right? Now, we're going to check something right quick. We're going to see if that's a 2. We're going to check the circle. So if that's the center of the circle, see, that's the center of the circle. 2 1/4. See, right? Yeah, they got brackets on the back. They sure do. They sure do got brackets on the back, but then I'd have to cut for the gauges and all that stuff. I'd have to cut all the notches for all the gauges, all the switches, and I'm not trying to do all that. Not trying to do all that. So that's 2 1/4. So that's what we wanted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in. Yeah, it does have that, Carolina, but I don't wanna have to redo the whole. So there we go. The whole gauge cluster. I mean the whole bracket. I don't want to redo the whole bracket. So that's that. So that's one way we could do it. All right, the other way you could do it is we could come down here and you could get some construction lines and we could go right here and go 1.125 and then we could do it again. .125 and then we could do it again. This is just a little hard. This is a little bit more time consuming doing it this way. All right. And then you could go and whatever that distance is there. That's 2 1/4. That's a 2 1/4 hole. So we could go half a 2 1/4. And then you could come back, put your center line, then draw your circle, and then edit it all out. But we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is just back all this out. We're going to do radius to corners. Just going to radius to corners. I'll catch up on the comments here in a second. So we're going to go 1.125. I did construction line again, boys and girls. .125, and then we do here at the bottom 1.125. Bam. Now that should fix. So, yeah, the outside of the gauges is 2 1/4. The chrome piece is 2 1/4, or actually 2 3/16. So I'm just giving it a 1/16 around. So we went finish, sketch. See that dot right there? It means something ain't right. See, something ain't right. Told you. All right, let's go down here to the other end. You son of a gun. Something ain't right. We fixing to find out. Okay. There we go. I got it fixed. So now here's our part. See, there's our part. There's our part. So, with that being said, now let's go over here to design, go to manufacturing, go down to setup, new setup, select our origin, go to stock, no additional stock, post-process, we're just gonna call it 1005, we're gonna delete it, hit OK, go to cutting, 2D profile, select our tool, go to our tool library, 18 gauge, that's what we're running, hit select, tool library, plasma, 18 gauge, select, this thing did this, failed to select the tool operation. No, I didn't. A tool must be selected. Okay. New setup. Select the machine. Cutting. This thing did this the other day and I had to restart the whole daggone thing. It actually made me, I don't know what happened. Okay, we're gonna do the body, stock. Post-process. All right, go to cutting, 2D profile. Select the tool. Go to plasma. Go to library. Ten gauge. No, this is 18 gauge. 18 gauge, 16 gauge. $18 gauge. Fit up. All right, I'm done. Computers, you love them when they're working, hate them when they're not. Double up, you're probably right, big dog. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I got another hour. It's 6 o'clock. I ain't shutting down until 7, so I got another hour. I won't be on here another hour, but I got another hour. New setup. Oh, I see. Hold on. I see it. All right, let's go to G codes. It took it that time. It took it that time, boys and girls. Measure the back of the gauge. What's the back of the gauge got? What am I measuring the back of the gauge for? I don't understand. Yeah, I want the whole gauge to go through. I do want the whole gauge to go through. I'm not mounting the gauges in this panel. I think everybody's confused. I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a good call. All right, let me show you. Hold on, let me see. Before, square. After, God damn it. Hold on, I got a cramp. Ah. Boom, yeah. Boom, yeah. Boom, yeah. Boom, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a whole lot better than that squareness. That's a whole lot better, boys and girls. A whole lot better. All right, let me put this camera back down. Let me put you back right there. Let me let you live with me. Let me let you live with me. Stay right there, girl. Hold it in your mouth. God damn it. I said, damn it, Bobby. I ain't gonna be, the son of a gun ain't gonna be able to stay there. It's got too much tension on them damn hoses. On them damn hose. I wanna show y'all what I got going on. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yes, sir. Mother of pearl. All right. It's all right, Carolina Big. It's all big. It's all good, Bubba. It's all good. It's all good, man. Trust the process. Trust the process. So now, yeah, everybody thought that I was taking the gauges out. I wasn't taking the gauges out. I was just making a profile to use his existing gauge thing because I didn't want to have to cut all them holes out for all those switches and all that crap. I didn't want to do that. And I want to make something, he said, you know, make something temporary until he wants to build a console or something, which that's fine. I can do that later, or he can leave this. It doesn't matter. But we're going to put 2 phone chargers in this, and we're going to put the AC controller in this as well. And the AC controller, so the AC controller is 3 knobs, so I'm going to have to cut. I'll have to drill them out. So I have to put 3 holes for the AC knob, the fan, the temp, and then something else. I don't know what it is. It's 3 knobs, right? And then somewhere down here, I'll drill out 2 1-inch holes for the phone charger ports to plug in where they can plug up their iPads, their phones. Each port has 4 chargers on it. So there'll be 2 of those. And also, there's going to be there'll be a toggle switch. There'll be a switch because for the power for the air ride because they had that little bitty hole right there had a little bitty toggle switch on it. And you turned it down, and that turned the power off to the air ride. So, and then you turn it back on, and it energized the air ride. So I'm going to do it just back exactly the way they had it with the on and off switch. But what I'm also going to do is I'm probably going to get a little red LED light and put on this panel as well. So when he goes to flip the switch, the light comes on so he knows that the air ride is energized. So, yeah, I need some pickled beets. I need some pickled beets from Walmart. And I need, what else I need? Pickled beets. I need a half a quart of buttermilk. Don't matter what kind. And I need some sub buns, if you don't mind. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd greatly appreciate it. Y'all see I broke it a little different this time? You tell them double up. You tell them. You get them, boss. You get after them. You get after them. Motherfuckers ain't even paying attention. There you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'll just weld these corners up. I'll weld that corner up and weld that corner up. And I think that'll work. Look, Hogan Heroes. Hogan Heroes. What do you think about that? That'll work, won't it, boys and girls? Whew. So now when he gets the AC controllers, I'll put the AC controllers right there underneath it. And then I'll put a USB port right here. And then I'll put the other USB port over here on this side. And then we'll go from there. And probably put one rocker switch for the, yes, this blue wire right here. See this blue wire? This blue wire right, y'all can't see it. This wire right here, they had on a switch. And then that switch went to a ground, because watch. Look, listen, 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 listen. That's what activates. This is how they had it wired up, and I just wired it up. I fixed the wires, but I used exactly the same thing. They had a little toggle switch that you flipped on, and it give the air ride its power through the ground side of the relay. But when the pressure switch hits 200 psi, it cuts the air ride off. But they also put a fail-safe switch on there where you could turn it off, so when you're not driving and you park the car, you know, drain the battery, whatever, you just turn it off. So that's cool. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on there for 66 minutes. I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And I appreciate every single one of you. Next time when you see this thing, the gauges will be mounted, and it'll be mounted to the floor, waiting for the rest of the controllers to get here. The next order of business is to go ahead and put the test the gauge cluster, get him to order a speedo cable, and get a detent cable for the transmission, and tidy up those wires, and then check all the lights and stuff like that, but check the windshield wipers and the headlights and all that stuff. So we getting there. We getting there, boys and girls. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace on chicken grease. I'm out.